want to sit and just talk for an hour. And I'm trying really hard to restrain myself and really listen, because I feel like Kate does, and that I am not going to be listened to very much.
But it seems like it's the tables have flipped now. It's almost kind of, you know, I'm white, and it's like, sorry.
Yeah. No matter what is said, my family, who I am, we are white. And I'm going to be proud of my family because they are my family and they made me who I am. Where I'm from, rugged individualism just stands true. Life is rough all the way around, you know? I mean, you've got to get out there and put up a fight and, you know, do your work.
My family taught me that everyone should get an honest day of work, honest day pay, all that. If you work hard, you can get where you want, all that rugged individualism stuff. Yes, and that's what I taught. That's what I was taught as I grew up, and I work for everything that I get, and I do all that I can. But I've come to realize that if I work hard for something, I'm assured most of the time that I'm going to get it. You know, I can put in that work and I'm going to get what I want. And I've come to realize that for some other cultures in our society and for some other people, that that's not true a lot of times. And they have to work twice as hard. And there's people there telling them that they can't do that.
I've never actually had a conversation with my father or anybody about different races or anything like that. My grandfather's the only one who talked anything racial, and, well, his dad fought in the Civil War for the Confederacy, so you can imagine his perspective.
You know, maybe you don't have these discussions with your parents, but I do. I mean, I'm scared of losing my family over this. I mean, I'm not going to lose them because they're right there with me, but I have these discussions with my family. They say things, and I stand up and I say, I think that's wrong. And I don't think they know where I'm coming from, and I know they're products of their history and their environment, but I understand that what they say isn't totally right. And I think you've got to make some changes, and I know it's hard with your family especially because I experienced that, but you have to. I mean, unless if you're not trying to make the change, then you're just accepting it and you're just letting it go on.
Yesterday was a really long day for me. I was thrown into the white group, and I don't really relate to the white group. There are things being said about Jews right now, and I honestly don't have all the facts. But as a Jew, it's real important to me to decipher what's true and what's false, because it certainly happened to my people before that things get circulated that are false. And I want to take responsibility for any guilt, but I don't want to be a scapegoat for what's going on in our country right now.
I want you to know that my people are dying because of pesticides.
I want you to know that because of the system and the way the schools are, one of my cousins got killed. And after that, after I buried one cousin, another one got killed because they have nothing to hold on to into schools. I want you to know that we're not taught our history. That gives us something to hold on to. And that's why a lot of Latinos turn to gangs, because that's where they find something secure.
I don't want Americans to go to Tijuana just to go drink and have a good time and sing the American anthem.
My name is Truong Tung Khan, and I'm Vietnamese.
My name is Yu Hei Ling. I'm Chinese American. My English name is Helen Yi.
I want you to know that Asian people are Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Thai, Cambodian, Laotian, Burmese, Hmong, Indonesian, Filipino,
Indian, Laotian, Malay.
Sri Lankan.
I want you to know that not all Asians or Asian Pacific Islanders are passive, are quiet. I expect my allies to realize that racism isn't just a black and white issue, that there are Asians and Pacific Islanders out there.
I want you to know that the reason why you don't think that there are any Asian heroes is because you people cannot see us as individuals, but only as a group. And I want you to know that if you want to be seen as an individual, see me as an individual. My name is Khan. I hope you guys remember my name when I introduce myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I completely believe the stereotype. Like you said, you know, Asian people are hard workers. They're really quiet. They get good grades because they have tons of pressure from their family to get good grades. That's like the contact I've had with Asian people. There aren't many where I live, so...
Just what have you grown up with, thinking about Asians?
I don't know. Asians are quiet, so people can't have a problem with them. You know what I mean? That's basically... I'm not trying to offend you. At least, I mean, this is just what I hear, and this is just what I've seen in my life, and you can't have a problem with them because they'll work hard, and that's it, you know.
It's true, what you're saying, that these people want to make something of themselves, but why do they want to do all that? Why do they not want to have, like, political movements? It's because they just want to make a living for themselves. They want to be successful. But it's really hard. Their family pushing them, saying, you have to do good, and to do good, to go where you have to go, where we want you to be, where I want to be. You can't make a fight. You can't be in a fight because you're going against the establishment. And it's really hard. And that's why a lot of times Asians are perceived as really quiet, not only because it's from our culture, but it's because it's institutionalized and it's internalized.
I don't want to ever hear again, you have to choose.
I don't want to ever hear again that I have to choose.
I don't ever want to hear again that I have to choose.
I don't want to ever have to fill out that little box.
It took a lot of crying tonight for me to realize that in reality I'm just Larissa. And I am a woman who grew up in Latin America, who has white skin, and is proud of both of those things. And who's proud of being the result of a mixture. I don't ever want to hear you're not Latino because you have blue eyes and white skin. And I don't ever want to hear make a choice. You can't be both things. I don't ever want to hear choose a passport because I think I have the right to carry both because it's my heritage.
Being raised in the way I was raised in a very assimilated family, and I don't want to hear from any more Indian people that I'm not Indian enough, or from any more white people that, oh, you're too red to be white. I may not have a white blood in me, but I have the white culture in me, and I was raised in that way, and I do have it, and I feel for what white people do. I also am Indian. I'm 100% Choctaw, 100% Chickasaw, and I believe strongly in both that and everything else that I am.
I want you all to know that it's been really hard for us tonight to come to this. It's been a lot of pain. It's been kind of like we've had to take the mask off and like really look inside of who we are. And if I'm thankful for anything tonight, is for this whole experience, because we can yell at each other, we can say, you know, it's your fault, but in reality, you know, we all have a part in this.
And to see the Asians living in America stand up there and say their names, but still use the other names, it hurt me. Yeah, they said they're American. It hurt me. It hurt me a lot. And I really, that's the one part that really moved me, how important names were.
Something like, just recently I've become like aware of the whole kind of anger towards like white women for stereotypes that everyone has to live up to.
There's a complex in like the Mexican culture about like the lighter you are, the better looking you are.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. Just this winter break, I was at home and I was sitting next to my sister, who looks very, she looks Asian, or she can also be like very Indian-like, you know. And my father's brother was sitting next to us, and he was just kind of looking at us and observing us, and was like, you know, you guys are really dark, but you guys are still pretty. Yeah. So.
Your father's brother?
My uncle.
In Jamaica, we say this. We say, you know, like they're saying something, you know, I just say I'm talking to you and you go, you know, da-da-da-da. See, you know, it's like you understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's New York. That's a New York thing. We also say, like if we see a movie, we be like, yo, that was the bomb.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I say that's bomb. I say that's the...
Bottom lip. Bottom lip.
Time's up.
Sheep lip. What is it?
Keep going.
Sheep shit.
Oh, guys. Now. Yeah. Long lick.
Suck.
Sucking. Sucker. Yeah. Okay, no. No, what's that?
Lamb sucking.
What is this? A sheep. A lamb.
What is it?
It's another word for sheep.
Goat.
You
Goat.
Goat is not a sheep.
A goat is not a sheep. It's not a sheep.
Yeah, when I first walked in here, I was like, oh dear God. This is the most diverse group I've ever been in by.
This is nothing.
This beats anything I've ever seen.
At my school, like, I don't know how many languages are spoken. Over 27 languages are spoken in my school. 27 languages. With all that diversity, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And coming to an environment where people don't know what diversity is.
I love the clean kitchen. It's really kind of funny. Or maybe it's me getting in touch with my female identity. I don't know.
Oh, your female identity is cleaning up the kitchen.
Cooking and cleaning the kitchen. I don't like cleaning the house. I like the kitchen. I like that.
I don't know if you know what it's like having a strong bigot in your family, and it's tough. It's a tough choice there. Of choosing what is right and choosing your family.
But I don't think I'd go home with you, no. I don't know what your mom was saying. What's a fried chicken, Negro? I'm just like, whoa, you know. So,
No, that's not my parents. It's my grandparents are the ones that are real like that. My grandfather, like I told Alan, my best friend, Carlos, I've never taken him to my grandparents' house, and I never will. Okay?
It's hard, man.
I mean, And it's, you know, it's kind of difficult because I go over there to his grandparents' house all the time.
My grandfather hated white people. He would sit there and tell a story of the white dog and the black dog and how the white dog took the black dog's bone and don't trust the white dog, and he coded, and I'm only 12, like, okay. Looking around at dogs like, I can't play with that one. You know, it wasn't, I mean, coming from that type of environment, and it's just... that my people, it's like my personal life, my father is just shut down. He won't talk about it. Knowing that on Christmas Day when he was 18 years old, he went to Nam, fought, got shot, killed people. His best friend was killed there. He watched his best friend die. He came back for this country that he doesn't even really believe in. He just lives in. I mean, and coming from Texas, and he won't talk about it. It makes me very angry. And that anger plays just a big role in how you present stuff, you know? And that's why everyone's all personal. I'm like, personal? I don't want to get into personal life because I don't think you guys could swing it. I don't want to have to go through that. And if I did, I still wouldn't want to cry. And it's funny how, like yesterday when all this was over, I did take time out and cry, but I cried by myself.
Yesterday when you were touching my hair, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it might have not meant anything to you, but to me it did, because it was communication. You know, it's like, it was touching, and it was very nice, because to be honest with you, not a lot of black women have done that to me. And so, knowing how strong you feel about your race and about your womanhood and, you know, about yourself, and then all of a sudden, you know, like touching my hair, that was just, to me, it was like a nice contrast.
Everybody knows the grammar school thing about we're all equal, you know what I'm saying? But now you have to take action to make out there what the idealism is, you know what I'm saying? Because God created us equal, but man made it so that we ain't.
Like, when you mean action, like, what do you mean action? I mean, in a way, I'm thankful that I don't have to worry about it because I'm all set, you know? Yeah. And I know that. I do know that. I don't know what the hell you're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. And yeah, I'm concerned, but I don't have to worry as hard as you do. And I know that.
It's either we're going to work together or we're going to all die. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to blow up because it ain't going to be just here.
What the hell do we do? I don't know. And I came here this weekend hoping to find somewhat of an answer. And it's only, like, been, like, going over there and over there instead of, like, right over there.
Well, maybe that's my idea of action. Your life has to become a have to. Every day I have to interact. You know what I'm saying? To help, you have to interact. Every day. 365 days a year, wake up with the idea, yo, this has got to end. Show me your courage, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And I'll work with you. Come to me or come to a black function. And even if they be like, you know, what are you doing here, white boy, whatever, stay there. And I'm not asking you to take the pain that I felt, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't wish that on nobody. But that's action. Don't believe in the stereotypes. Black people aren't niggas. Latinos, they're not shiftless or lazy, you know what I'm saying? Indians aren't drunk. You know, Asian people don't study all the time. And I'll be like, you know, not all white people are racist. Not all white people hate me. And I have to force myself to say that. If I have to do that, then you have to do that. Because when I do that, I'm putting my neck out. My people can easily just be like, yo, get out. You know what I'm saying? Get out. Don't hang in the square no more. Get out. You know what I'm saying? So you do that too. To the point where we'll be there together in the square, you know what I'm saying? The people that are trying to work. And we'll be the majority trying to, you know, work on our own people. Like we said, we want our allies to go back and tell their people and go tell them on the mountain, you know what I'm saying? And have him tell somebody, and have him tell somebody, and have him tell somebody, and tell them every damn day. I know, because I know you personally, I know that you're in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? Because at least you admit your fears and stuff, and in your own way you try to reach out past them, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's gonna be interesting for me to see, you know, when I go back to see if I can let go of some of my anger You know what I'm saying? And try to reach past that too. So can't wait to see what's up. Because our school is like a microcosm of what it's like out there. So.
Big up to Boston.
Jingle Maggie!
Big up to 415.
I hear his voice sometimes saying that to me. You know, you go to a black function and you know, you stay there and you see how it is and you talk to people and it's just it's the same story of me not wanting to go in a store where they're all black people or walk by a group of black people. Now I feel like even if I'm not going that way, I have to do it just for Bryant, for everybody that was at the workshop. And I do it. And I definitely do it. And I try to let other people know that I feel comfortable doing it. And people are surprised, both black and white, when I do that. But it's almost like I have to, whether I want to or not, or whether I'm going that way. And that's my little way of saying, you know, I did change a little bit.
Mark and I have become very good friends since that time. Like, we can talk about just about any issue now. Freely and openly, and that's a real friend. Just as someone would be if I went to high school with them or so forth. I consider Mark like that, and that's very good. I like that a lot. I appreciate his friendship.
A lot of the commentaries that were made about me in the film were that I come off really militantly or really angrily, and you know, and I think now the growth that I've been through, that I've experienced. You know, I did the film when I was maybe like 20 and I'm 23 now. Has been one where I think I've been able to use a lot of the passion that I've felt. The passion is the same, but I'm channeling it differently. And I think more than now, I'm trying to be more communicative rather than reactionary. And I think it's important that I am becoming this way simply because I think it allows people to listen to me better.
The people that I've come in contact with, especially through work, they're aware of a lot of these issues. You know, they went to college and they had experience in college that were very similar to mine, but still there's not that much change happening. Why is that? You know, maybe we need to be doing something different. And that's what, I was saying about I'm trying to observe and discover what I can do differently as a manager, because most of the people I work with, my engagement managers, everyone that I work with is aware, very aware, but still change isn't happening. So why is that? I don't know.
I kind of made a promise to myself that whenever my voice could be heard, it will be heard. And whenever I was given the opportunity to speak, I would speak with people at work, outside of work, after work, with my friends. If I'm able to talk about an issue and intelligently, or whether even not intelligent, just to speak about it, I speak about it. And that's why I've taken my action, definitely.
More information about Skin Deep and its use in your community can be found online at www.pbs.org.